Here's a Philips CDI console system. Over here are the two parts that were taken off from the top. They're for playing CDs and for photo CDs. I'm not using those features, so I don't require that. This is what's left of the controller, which I used to extract the main board. This is probably one of the worst controllers I've come across for utilising. It only incorporates a standard D-pad and two buttons, but it's very awkward to hold and awkward to use. The power supply uses 5 volts and minus 5 volts. The screws in the system are very awkward ones. Fortunately, I had one of these screwdrivers. It's also a star hex screwdriver, and it worked to get the system out. On the console, as standard, the input is for the controller. Close it down for the moment. On the back, well, standard composite, so that's nice and easy. This Ethernet port is actually just for the voltage from the power supply. That's all it requires. And of course the main on-off. Nothing particularly fancy. Incidentally, just like with the Amiga system, you've got this little pad that sits on top of the CD and on top of here, which keeps it in position. After a little bit of effort, got the motherboard out from the system. This is for the controller port, and that little switch is to tell the system that the CD drive bay is closed. That, of course, is the expansion for the CD player module, audio CD. If the system works fine without it, I'll remove this port. Audio, video, power, and of course the on-off. The CD unit is quite small, certainly compared with some of them. I've tried quite a few games on the CDI, but the only game I have any interest in whatsoever is the Mario Hotel, which actually was the reason I bought the CDI in the first place. It's a very good and unique Mario game. It's the only platform this particular one is on, and it's quite a bit of fun actually. So with that in mind, there's no reason for the drive unit to be removable, to pull in and out from the system, because there's only going to be one game playing in it. That is the additional board we were referring to before, which slots into place here, which actually turns out to be required for the FMV in the game, but this game doesn't seem to need it, therefore I'll leave the board as is. To make it more convenient, I tried to relocate the ribbon cable underneath here, but it only allowed a length of 1.5 inches, because over that the drive unit didn't work. So what I've had to do is to make a holder. It doesn't look very pretty, but it doesn't have to. The idea now is that as I can't mount this in the way that I want to, this unit will have to be mounted upside down, hence the protective casing covering. So here's the Philips CDI in place, upside down, simply because there's only one game that I wanted to be installed, which is of course underneath here, Mario Hotel. Can't do any RGB modding, there don't appear to be any chips to do it with on this particular board, so I'm stuck with composite, which is not a problem. Although on the back of the specification for the console it says it takes 3 amps, in reality it can't do, because I've got this working just as a little bit of a tester off a set of AA batteries. So if we turn the system on, it does take a few seconds to boot. Press that in place, and by the way, that's the controller, which I just hot glued into place because I'm going to wire directly to the particular pins. As you see, it's all working. Going into the Mario game. This board has been made to be flat against the PlayStation board, which is quite good. This is just a little use of the pad for the moment to let it boot into the game. And as you see, it's all running absolutely fine.